Tonight we're looking at a story that has reignited one of the most polarizing debates in modern royal history, a story that blends media power, public perception, and a possible reversal no one thought would ever happen. According to recent commentary from Megyn Kelly, new questions are being raised about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's future in the United States, and whether the couple may be quietly preparing a dramatic return to the United Kingdom after what she describes as a collapse of public goodwill in America. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. The discussion began after Megyn Kelly addressed what she called a growing disconnect between the Sussexes' public narrative and the reality of how they are now perceived by large segments of the American audience. Kelly, speaking in her capacity as a media commentator, argued that the couple's decision to leave the UK was sold as a principled stand for privacy and independence, but that years later, the strategy appears to have backfired. According to her analysis, instead of finding freedom, Harry and Meghan may have found themselves trapped in an image crisis that is becoming increasingly difficult to manage. Kelly pointed to what she described as mounting evidence of public fatigue in the US. She referenced declining enthusiasm for the couple's media projects, increased criticism across social media platforms, and a noticeable shift in tone from outlets that were once supportive. In her view, the American public, initially sympathetic to Harry and Meghan's story, has grown weary of repeated grievances, ongoing conflicts with the royal family, and what she characterized as a relentless effort to control the narrative through interviews, documentaries, and legal battles. Central to Kelly's argument is the claim that the couple's brand, once built on empowerment and reinvention, is now being questioned for its consistency. She suggested that Americans tend to admire reinvention when it leads to visible growth, but become skeptical when reinvention appears to revolve around revisiting old disputes. According to Kelly, this shift in perception has left Harry and Meghan in a precarious position, especially in a media environment that rewards authenticity but punishes overexposure. It is within this context that Kelly introduced what she described as a darker, more calculated possibility. She speculated that behind the scenes, discussions may already be underway about a potential return to the UK, not as working royals in the traditional sense, but as figures seeking renewed legitimacy and stability. Kelly framed this not as a confirmed plan, but as a logical response to what she sees as diminishing influence and opportunity in the US. Kelly argued that despite their public criticism of royal life, the monarchy still offers something America cannot: inherited relevance. In her view, royal association provides instant global recognition, historical gravitas, and a built-in platform that does not rely on ratings or subscriber numbers. She suggested that Harry and Meghan may be realizing that no matter how famous they are in Hollywood, they cannot replicate the symbolic power that comes with being tied to the British crown. The commentary also explored the emotional dimension of Prince Harry's situation. Kelly suggested that Harry's ongoing legal challenges, strained family relationships, and public scrutiny may be taking a toll. She argued that the UK, despite its complications, remains the place where Harry's identity is most clearly defined. According to her, this may be fueling a quiet reassessment of past decisions, particularly as public support in America becomes less predictable. Kelly did not spare Meghan Markle from criticism either. She claimed that Meghan's relationship with American audiences has shifted from curiosity to skepticism. While acknowledging Meghan's supporters, Kelly argued that high-profile failures and controversies have eroded trust. She suggested that Meghan's perceived ambition, once celebrated, is now being reframed by critics as opportunism, a narrative that has proven difficult to counter. The idea of a return to the UK, as Kelly framed it, would not be about reconciliation for its own sake, but about survival. She suggested that Harry and Meghan may be weighing the benefits of partial reintegration into royal life, possibly through behind-the-scenes roles or carefully managed appearances. Kelly emphasized that this would require concessions, including reduced criticism of the monarchy and a more restrained media presence. Importantly, Kelly acknowledged that such a move would be controversial. Public opinion in the UK remains deeply divided, and any return would likely be met with resistance from both royal insiders and sections of the public. She suggested that trust has been severely damaged, and that rebuilding it would take years, not months. Still, she argued that even limited acceptance in the UK might offer more long-term security than continued isolation in the US. The commentary also touched on financial realities. Kelly questioned whether the couple's media deals have delivered the sustainability once promised. She suggested that Hollywood operates on performance, not prestige, and that brand value can evaporate quickly when public interest wanes. In this context, the stability associated with royal ties could appear increasingly attractive. Kelly was careful to frame her remarks as analysis rather than insider confirmation. She repeatedly emphasized that she was drawing conclusions based on observable trends rather than leaked documents or direct sources. However, she maintained that the pattern is difficult to ignore. According to her, when public figures begin emphasizing victimhood while simultaneously losing public sympathy, strategic pivots often follow. Critics of Kelly's commentary have accused her of speculation and bias, arguing that Harry and Meghan remain influential and financially secure. Supporters, however, say she is articulating what many are already thinking but few are willing to say publicly. The debate itself underscores how intensely scrutinized the couple remains, years after stepping away from royal duties. What is clear is that Harry and Meghan's story continues to evolve in unpredictable ways. Their move to the US was framed as a fresh start, but it has also tethered them to an unforgiving media ecosystem. Kelly's analysis suggests that the promise of independence may have come with costs that are only now becoming fully visible. As of now, there is no official indication that Harry and Meghan are planning a return to the UK. Public statements continue to emphasize their life in California and their commitment to their current projects. Still, Kelly's commentary has reopened questions many assumed were settled, and it has reignited speculation about what the future may hold. Whether one agrees with Megyn Kelly or not, her remarks highlight a broader issue about celebrity, power, and identity in the modern age. They raise the question of whether it is truly possible to walk away from an institution like the monarchy without remaining defined by it. For Harry and Meghan, that question may be becoming harder to avoid. As this story continues to unfold, the world will be watching closely to see whether speculation turns into action or fades into the background of ongoing controversy.